Today the weather's changing a lot, and really that's the kind of state of the world at the moment, which is why NATO has to change. That's what the Americans are saying. They're saying Europe needs to rely more on itself and less on them, and in fact that's what the US Under Secretary of War Elbridge Colby has said today at the Defence Ministers meeting, that NATO needs to be about partnerships and less about dependency. For too long the Europeans have been relying on the Americans, and now it's time that they looked after themselves. And in fact America's showing its commitment to NATO, sending the Under Secretary of War instead of the US Defence Secretary Pete Hegseth, who's not even going to the Munich Security Conference later this week. Today NATO defence ministers are talking about Arctic Sentry, and that is about monitoring, surveilling the Arctic because of the perceived threat, or at least the actual threat, according to Mark Rutte, the NATO Secretary General, of Russia and China. But they're also keen to stress that even though they're talking about Arctic Sentry, it's still about Ukraine, and lots of countries are still committing weapons to Ukraine and money.